Welcome to the Izzy Chinche Show. How much stupid stuff I've bought or felt like I wanted that I do not need at all. And I even went further on the no clothes, and I did something called a poverty week. And it's basically where for an entire week, I'm so excited you're able to tune in. Join me as I interview athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers. I also share much about my life struggles, trials, and successes in hopes to inspire you. I intend for this show to be one of the greatest shows of all time, so your listening and support means the most to me. My goal is to help inspire as many people as possible, so please share with a friend if you enjoy just one thing from today's episode. Together, we can help more people grow. Let's get started. So in about 3.5 weeks, in about 5 weeks, it's going to mark a year since I have bought clothes, which for some of you that doesn't sound like a long time or whatever, but for me it is, because about a year ago, I realized I had created a pattern of constantly not just buying clothes, but wanting to buy clothes. And I realized that I didn't like it, and I wanted to make a change. So I committed to not buying clothes for myself for a year. And I just, the only stipulation I put in was if there's something I need for work, I'm not going to let that get in the way of it. So if I need a coaching shirt or whatever, I had to get that. So I was I put that ahead of time. But anyways, aside from that, I was I'm done buying clothes. And it did a lot for me, but one of the things that it really made me think about is how little I actually get from buying new things, new clothes, really not buying a need. Even you're oh, I need a sweater to go, do you really? I really need new shoes. I'm do I really, or can I get more wear out of the ones I have? But I realized even when I do buy something, or I see other people we went on a little shopping spree and got that cute little thing and that whatever thing, it fades really fast. The hype of it fades so fast, and it's not fulfilling. And then the other side of it is once you have so much stuff, it feels overwhelming to have so many clothes. It's weird. We think we're gonna get fulfilled off getting more stuff, and it literally does the opposite. So I thought that was really, really interesting, and I wanted to share that because I thought it was really interesting, because I think we always go to buy clothes and buy things because we think we're gonna feel really good after we do it, and maybe you feel good for a second, but in the long run, it does nothing for you. I think the other thing that I really got out of it is it's taught me to be more resourceful. So I literally, anytime I knew anyone who was getting rid of clothes, they're moving or whatever, you know how girls go through purges and they get rid of all their stuff in their closet, I literally was hey, when you get rid of your clothes, let me know. And I think I've gotten 3 rounds of hand-me-downs and stuff that people are getting rid of that have been freaking awesome. And then once I go through them, I'm okay, I got what I wanted. Then I can pass along to someone else, and then they can get more stuff. And it's just a really good cycle. And I really like it. But it also really highlighted how much stupid stuff I've bought or felt like I wanted that I do not need at all. And I even went further on the no clothes, and I did something called a poverty week. And it's basically where for an entire week, groceries and nothing, you do not spend any money for an entire week. So that means you have to plan ahead with your groceries and everything. And that was really, really good, because it just, again, put it back in my mind, okay, how many times I'm ooh, I'm just going to get a little Starbucks, or I'm going to get a little treat from here or whatever. And it's no, I have stuff at home and I can be resourceful. And even for this, at one point during the week, I was oh, I need bread for this dinner. And I was well, I can't go buy bread, so I better make some bread. So then it just made me be more creative too, and was actually really fun. So I just wanted to share that, because I think that especially for girls, it's easy to get in, and guys too. Like, I know guys who, like, they want to buy the glasses or whatever, or shoes. it's easy to think that buying stuff is going to make you happy, and once you have like this many cute outfits or this many whatever, like you're gonna, and the truth is you never will. That cup will never be filled. It's just better to get rid of the cup, right? It's better to get rid of this like empty hole that you think that it's an illusion that that you can fill. Like you can't fill it, so just stop trying, like get rid of it. And so now, in a couple weeks, I'm going to go shopping and get a couple things. But they're things that I've actually thought about for a long time. Like I only have like 3 things on my list, but I literally wrote down on my list, like, okay, so when I do allow myself to go get some clothes, like something that I want, like, what are the actual things that I want? Like, what are the things that I really believe that I will use? Instead of like, just impulse buying and like, ooh, that looks cute, so I want one. Like, I want that. I'm going to grab that. It's made me really think about the purchases that I'm going to make. And I think that I'm just going to continue that. And I'm going to continuously only buy clothes once a year. So it saves you a lot of money for one, because I don't think you realize like how much money you're spending on clothes until you're like, all right, I'm not. The jacket there, the shoes there, whatever. Over time, it stacks up. But I've decided I'm going to continue this, I think, unless there's something I'm missing, like I'm forgetting about that I'm gonna have to buy clothes for, but I'm literally gonna do it once a year and just continue the loop of not buying clothes, but when I do buy clothes once a year, it's only gonna be things that I genuinely know I have wanted for a while and I've thought about. They're not just impulse buys. And then that's also just bled into other areas. I think like the one thing that's can be pretty tough is like food, because I love to like go out and get a coffee or go out to dinner. That's really fun, but I still try and be like, okay, well, I'm not going to go out for brunch and spend that money on brunch. Like, well, I can still make a cute brunch here and get the vibe and like sit down at the table and make it a date anyways. So I just kind of wanted to share that because that's been really, really helpful for me. Just for saving money, one, but then realizing that buying a bunch of stuff like does nothing for me. It actually just loses me money. And that when I get in the habit of buying stuff, it feels like I have like the gimmies. And there was this book that I read when I was little, and it was the Berenstain Bears, and they literally had this time where they talk about how the kids in the book have the gimmies, and then they just want. And I kept on thinking about myself that way. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's so many things I want. I'm like, ooh, I want that shoe. I want that purse. I want those earrings. It's like, no, you're fine with what you have. Just use it and then see when people are getting rid of their stuff and blah, 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 blah. But the biggest reason I wanted to share that is because I actually felt and have felt happier not buying stuff, or just at least really limiting what I'm buying. And I hope that can help you as well. Just stop buying stuff and watch the way that you shift. I think because it turns off the gimmies, so then you're not constantly wanting things that you don't have, and then you feel way more satisfied and grateful for the things that you do have. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share, and I will update you probably next year after I've gone another year without buying clothes. But hopefully that gives you something and inspires you, because it's helped me so much and just really has made me feel more free, and also helped me save a lot of money. So thanks for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm so grateful for your support. I'm already excited for the next show. Turn on notifications and be on the lookout for my next episode. Also, please share the show with anyone you feel like might benefit from listening to. Thank you for all your love and support. I will see you soon.